Good evening. Hello. I have cancer. How are you?
It was the so-called comedy routine, so real, that changed her life and her career. But what may have mattered to all of us, it was never really her top priority.
To me, my biggest break was getting on stage and doing an open mic. I couldn't believe I was actually doing that. It was such a dream in my life.
And since then, she's been in multiple movies and shows, but remains refreshingly humble.
I'm not going to tell Meryl Streep I'm an actor, you know? I'm not going to look her in the eye and say, yeah, I'm an actor.
Actor, podcaster, comedian, whatever that means in the moment, Tig Notaro on The Pulse.
I just want to do what makes me happy in the moment. And if it's dark, then I'll go dark. And if it's nonsense, I'll do nonsense.
Guys, welcome back to another episode of The Pulse. We've got another great guest doing big things, using her voice for good and so much more, which is what we love to do here on The Pulse. Comedian, actor, author, you got all kinds of titles. Tig Notaro, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Which of those titles work? They all work, right?
They all work. I mean, I feel like a comedian and podcaster mostly, and then I, end up in some acting gigs and TV and film. And I don't know if real actors would be like, "Oh yeah, she's an actor," but I do it.
So real actors. I was talking to my producer Ivana when she scheduled the interview, and I had just gotten back from vacation. And she was like, "We got Tig Notaro." And I was like, "Oh, cool." And then said that I had just on the plane, one way there, I watched, what did I watch? We Have a Ghost.
I have been waiting for this moment for so long.
And then on the way back, I watched Your Place or Mine.
I have to finish this program before the end of the year so I can apply for that open senior accounting position at the regional school district.
Oh, I love it when you say a bunch of sexy words like that.
And had no idea that we had you booked. Those were just two movies I selected. So sounds like actor.
Well, I mean, in those cases, yeah, I was I was in a movie. But I'm not going to tell Meryl Streep I'm an actor, I'm not going to look her in the eye and say, yeah, I'm an actor. You should see my stuff.
Only watched two movies going back and forth to vacation. And they
hilarious.
Were both you. So we'll go with it. I was also excited when she said, "We have booked Tig Notaro for the show," until I saw an interview you did with Stephen Colbert. And you were explaining how your agent or friend or someone used to get upset with you because you say yes to everything.
Yeah, you can't be too flattered having me on here. No, that was all my work. Interviews are work, I guess, but TV and film and all these different offers that would come in, I'd be like, oh yeah, that sounds fun. I'll do that. And my old manager, she called me and said, do you need money? Are you broke? It's like, no, why? And she said, well, you take everything. And I was like, well, I get cool offers,
All right. So then I can be excited that you said yes.
Yes,
this wasn't one of those.
Yeah. This is a cool offer.
Let's go back a little bit. How'd you get started in comedy?
Well, I was always obsessed with it. I followed stand-up. I bought albums and went to shows. And then when I moved to LA with some friends, I saw that there was an opportunity to do stand-up in coffee shops, bars, clubs, laundromats. I mean, you could get on and stage in quotes, so many different places. And it was just secretly a dream that I had always wanted to do. So I did it. I tried it and became instantly obsessed. And now I'm 26 years in. But I started at open mics and just worked my way through the clubs.
I feel like you guys who do this are just a special breed. And I can't imagine if someone said to me, you should go do an open mic. I go, okay, let's go do it. That's just born into you.
It just was never in my orbit, the open mic scene. But moving to Los Angeles, there was just a lot of opportunity. And, but yeah, it does seem like an odd thing if you're not on that trajectory for someone to suggest it and then you go try it. But I guess that does happen.
Yeah, I guess. Somebody said it to me. I'd be like, yeah, no. I'm going to pass on that. What was the big break?
There's so many different big breaks. To me, my biggest break was getting on stage and doing an open mic. I couldn't believe I was actually doing that. It was such a dream in my life. And to have that opportunity and be on a stage for 3 minutes trying it out, that was the biggest break I could get because it was the beginning. And then, Zach Galifianakis, that was a break. He had his own TV show. He had me come on there, and, a booking agent saw me in a club and told somebody else. And then I got booked all around the country. And then I had a very big moment in 2012 when I had cancer and my mother had died. I had an intestinal disease. I had pneumonia. My girlfriend and I broke up. I was all in 4 months, and I did that. I talked about it on stage, and that exploded and became like the #1 selling comedy album in the world that year.
Coming up next, what it's like to share your most personal challenges live in front of thousands.
And then I had this fear of, oh gosh, what if I offend people? What if somebody in the audience has cancer? And then I was like, oh wait, I have cancer.